think that the student voice as a group of people is a massive vehicle for real political change. I think it's important that 18 to 25-year-olds are the least engaged in general and local elections, as well as the European ones. I know that we've got local and European elections coming up, and we've got a general election next year. So, students should be voting because it's your future that's going to be impacted by this.
I think students should definitely vote in the general election. With the cost of living going up and the money available to students going down with the price of tuition fees going up, we really should be having our say on the national campaigns that the government's going to be running. We're the ones that are going to be taking over the country in the coming years. We are the next generation. So if we don't have our say, then how can we expect to get what we want out of the government?
Of course. There's been a lot in the media about Russell Brand and him saying to people not to vote as it's some sort of revolution. But I think that's really dangerous talk. Your vote is just key. Only I think less than 40% of people 18 to 25 vote, and that number it goes up to over 70% for over 60s. So you're not being represented in Parliament if you don't use your vote. So it's really crucial to vote in the general election, or politicians just aren't going to listen to your views.
Of course, students should absolutely vote in the general election. It's very clear and evident that students are the lowest proportion of people to actually vote, and everyone has a right to vote, especially since as there's been such a great struggle to fight for people to have the right to vote in the first place. People should have their say. Instead of complaining about things that are going wrong with our UK government, they should actually back somebody that they feel will take this country to the next level and go forward. Well, firstly, it's all about communication. Before we can get students to make a decision or have an input, we need to approach them. We need to engage more students. We need to be everywhere. Sabbatical officers need to be on the ground and be talking to students day in, day out to find what students want, what students need, and so that we can take this student union forward so that we are providing a better service for them so that they have the best student experience here at Liverpool Hope University.
I think the key thing to engagement is to have fun first. So I personally believe through fun you can tackle more serious issues. So for example, yesterday we had the Hope Hunger Games in our place, and it was just students doing stupid challenges for little prizes, and then they were more interested about afterwards what actually we were about, so we could go from that into actual real policies. So yeah, definitely have fun, and then you can get students behind you when you want to actually make important choices and decisions for our university.
Well, my policy is to be visible. By being visible, we can get people involved in activities. By being involved in activities, they can engage in the campaigns that we run and the kind of heart of the union, the support that we can offer. And by doing that and doing all those three things, as simple as they are, we can get students to hold us to account, have drop-in sessions to allow students to ask us what we're doing and why we're doing that, so that you, as the students, can shape the way that we run the union.
Okay, what I want to have a look at is the forum funding system and make sure that that's being implemented a little bit more fairly, because at the moment it is sports teams that are monopolising those funding bids, and societies, especially the smaller or the newer societies, are getting sort of pushed to the back, and that's not fair. What we want to do is, make it accessible for people to start up new societies and for them to be able to get started properly with the correct funding as well. Somewhere